Evening, everybody. How are we doing? Are we all good? Got wet and wild tonight. I've just been helping Amazon driver get his van out the mud in the rain, as you do in my wellies. Is everybody all right? Nice to see you all. Is the music loud, or is it? Can't hear it. Can you hear it? Can hear it a bit. Yeah. And up a little bit. Music is perfect. Brilliant. Got new tracks on tonight, which I thought felt a bit wintry. Hi Helen, hi Laura, Kat, Janine. Can definitely hear it off camera tonight, Mary. That's fine. Sharon, gorgeous to see you as well. And Helen, Joe, Paige, and Daisy and Pauline, Pamela. So tonight we're going to do a little bit of yoga. So if you've got your bolsters and stuff, or maybe some cushions, we're going to do a little bit of yin tonight. That would be nice. Hi, Natasha. So yeah, so if you've got a couple of bolsters, maybe a couple of pillows, you might want to use a mat or not. Something on the floor would be nice. But we're going to go into a little river of remembrance where we've been. We're in week 3 already, 1 week left, and then we've got there's so much coming to peak at the moment. Like we've got the new moon coming up, we've got the winter solstice coming up. We're coming to the end of a 9-year. We're moving into a 1 year. So there's loads of stuff coming up. So we're going to go into that a little bit tonight. And I thought it might be nice to just have a look at a 1 year and what that looks like, and the qualities of that year and what we're moving into, and and then maybe even just having a few inspirations around a 9-year and what that has brought for so many of us. Ending chaos, contracts finishing, oh my goodness, so much going on just at the moment. So I'm going to go into that a little bit. Has anyone got cacao tonight? Have we got cacao or tea? I've shared with you all a booklet. I don't know if you got it or not. Your new one for this week, and because I love fannying around and making things and creating things. I just love it. So I thought I'd do as a nice little booklet every week to just to support the journey. So there's a little bit of the stuff we're doing tonight in there as well, so you can go back to it. And there's a lovely winter solstice tea as well, even for you to try. So I've just been for she's why my hair looks like a bit of a grease bomb. I've just had a lovely facial today. Monday is my self-care day because we've just finished our teacher training. We've just come to the end yesterday of a year-long journey, so it was very emotional yesterday, and I still feel it. I always feel that grief when people finish, and so yes, I'm feeling that a little bit. So we're going to go into this river of remembrance meditation. Can you all hear me all right as well? That sound is good. Great. So if you've got a candle, let's light those first. And then, hi Jackie and Sarah. And we're going to do a nice reclamation ritual and some journaling. So if you've got all of those, all your kit and caboodle, most of you that know these sessions know what you need to bring along with you. So I'm going to light a candle for each and every one of you and sending you all some light and some love, and Some bit of wildness to you all. And I'm going to just pop that where I can see it. If you've got a candle of your own, you can light that as well. And then if you want to bring in your tea, I'm going to set an intention, or we're going to set an intention for the session tonight. And again, as this year is beginning to become, move towards its end, and the year is coming towards its end, it can feel like all these endings all happening at once. We've got a very, very energetically charged finale to this year with all these different things going on. And I'm sure Sarah P, our star priestess, will know a bit more about the astrology at the moment. It's kicking off. So just bringing in your tea or your cacao. I've got tea tonight actually, because cacao I'll be awake bouncing around like Tigger till 4 a.m. But actually my dreads are coming out tonight, so I've got to take them all out tonight, and on Thursday I'm getting some red ones put in, so watch out. I'll be like a fox on next Monday. Foxfire, I'm going to call myself. So yes, I've decided to go completely red and just go, fuck it, let's just do this for winter. So wait and see what I'll be either having a complete mental breakdown, or I'll be absolutely loving them. So we'll see. So yes, that's this week. That's when I get off here tonight. I've got to get in with a little pick thing and pull them all out. Which will be interesting, because there's 6 weeks worth of dead hair in there as well, which will all be coming out. So those of you that are thinking about it, there is a bit of maintenance goes on with them till you get your own in. So anyway, sidetracked. All right, so just bring in your tea and we'll just open up the circle, and then I'll just take you through this lovely river of remembrance meditation, and then we'll go into some of the content, some journaling, energy reclamation, and then a beautiful yin yoga practice with a little bit of storytelling. So just taking a moment to arrive, to land, just to gently close your eyes. Let's just bring our awareness inward. And as we move with the energy of winter, this idea of slowing down, I mean, it's mental that Christmas is now, actually, because it's like the time of the year when we just want to go in our she cave and hibernate, and yet we've got the biggest output of energy for women at this time of year. So with all that aside, let's just have a moment for ourselves. We've just got this couple of hours just to be in our little she caves together. So just take a couple of breaths for yourself. And maybe it might be the first time today, it might be the first time since last week that you've had time just to land and to be still. But as you journey down and in, taking the gaze inward and just having a few moments with yourself. What is it that you need right now? What is it that you could do with just a quality, a moment? How does your body feel? How are your emotions at the moment? Christmas can be a really tricky time for a lot of people. Yeah, just having that few awarenesses of what is moving for you at the moment as we move into this new moon and come to this darkest part of the year, the winter solstice. So our theme for tonight is reflection. So we're going to take a little time to reflect on the year that's passed, and also a little glimpse into what is yet to come. So as we open our space tonight with our beautiful cacao or tea or whatever it is, just take a moment just to maybe set an intention and just place that intention into your tea, into your cup. Just offer the women's blessing to open. To the women who held us our whole lives, we give great thanks. to the women around us who dance with us, sing with us, and impart their love and wisdom to us on a daily basis, we give great thanks. To the wise women of our futures, the ones not yet born and the ones who are still so young but teach us the most, and our beautiful sisters in our circle, we give great thanks. That circle here is now open. So with your intention in mind, a little bit of reflection, how you are, how the universe of you is today. Your first sip, you can welcome the spirit of your bean or your tea or whatever it is that you've got there. And then maybe just having a little reflection on the week. The weeks are going so fast at the moment. It seems like about 3 seconds since we were here in circle. So just have a little journey back in time through the week. Last week we cultivated the essence of rasa, if you remember, the quality of flow, the juiciness of life. We hopefully gave ourselves a bit of juice this week, and a bit of care and a bit of attention. And now we go into a week of reflection. And to live with intention is a very beautiful thing. To be able to be really present with ourselves is a very, very beautiful gift, and not many people have it. And I'm very glad that you all have it. Because to be present in this moment is really all that we ever have, is this moment. We never know when things are going to change. We never know when things are going to end. We never know when things are going to begin either. And so to be in the moment, we can be really present for it all, and we can be grounded in this moment with our roots deep. And we're going to just do a little bit of grounding. And for all of us, this is a daily practice, a daily intention to allow our roots to really come down into the earth. And when we begin to do that, we start to tap into an intelligence that is far greater than our little tiny minds. And we tap into an intelligence that is absolutely the most simple and beautiful thing that we can ever tap into. So we're quite aware at the moment. I was just observing, I might have said at the beginning of this sessions that I've got 4 big oak trees just running up to my house, and they're over 300 years old. They're big trees. And when I was out with the dog today, I just noticed all the leaves that were on the floor, all surrounding the base of the tree. And I was thinking about those leaves becoming the compost for that tree. And so I think when we are in this time of the year now, there's a lot of stuff that, we might not, we might have kind of spent this year. It's kind of, things that have gone, that have passed. It might be, for many of us, there might have been friendships that have ended, maybe relationships that have ended, jobs that have ended. And this is kind of compost. It becomes compost for us, rather than being a waste or, I'm just letting things go. I'm just, casting them off. Allowing it to be compost, to just to change into something different, something nourishing for our roots. And so you might want to have a think about, maybe like, what has ended this year for you? What has come to completion? It might be, it could even be a habit. It might be, like I say, like a relationship. It might be just a natural ending. It might be the ending of a way of being, a way of being that maybe has served us for a long time. So yeah, just having a few moments with that. And then we're just going to go into this river of remembrance meditation, and then into a little bit of reflection on the year past and some journaling as well. So has anybody got anything they want to pop into the chat box, or any awarenesses or anything for this evening maybe that's happened in your Rasa juicy week? And I want to tell you something exciting as well. So in January, I'm going to be starting free yoga again on a Monday night. So every Monday from January, I'm going to be doing free bedtime yoga. Tree and truth are words that come from the same root. Oh, nice. Yeah, true. Yeah, so that'll be nice to be able to hang out every Monday night and do nice bedtime yoga. Who's up for that? And back to online circles every month too. So that'll be really nice to be back. A few new things popping in. All right, so you might want to have your journals around close by, and you might want a nice soft blanket or something just to pop around your shoulders for this. Oh, my teal down. Should not be let out. We're going to do an energy reclamation as well from this after this session too. I'll remember. All right, so just get yourselves comfy, and you might feel like curling up in a little ball. You might want to lie down. But I like the idea of just getting into the softness of blankets. Getting cozy. That's what winter is all about. It's what wintering is all about, isn't it? Getting cozy and so just letting yourselves land. Gently closing your eyes. I'm going to move through from where we began 3 weeks ago into Rasa, and then gently into the winter, into the reflection. So just taking a couple of breaths for yourself. And again, just be aware of the base of your body. And allowing that beautiful root of yours, your rooting cord, your life thread, whatever you want to call it, however that appears for you. Allowing that thread to gently weave its way down through the floor, through the foundations, down deeper into the softness of the earth beneath. Imagine your root weaving down through the damp soil, deeper down through layers of rock and stone, crystal and granite, and all the way down to the very heart of Mother Earth. And as our roots arrive there together, we come together as one circle, even though we are all in our individual places. We come together in one energy. So as you feel the base of your body, and it's just as if the earth rises up to meet you, to hold you, to support you. And the earth will never drop you, and she will never let you down. So we allow ourselves to be held. The earth is holding you now, steady, ancient, and unmoving. There is nothing to do and nowhere to go. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a quiet winter landscape. The light is low, the air is crisp and clean, and the land is resting. Everything here has slowed. The trees are bare, their wisdom drawn inward. The soil is dark, rich, and still. This is a season of wintering, the season of turning inward, the season of remembering that rest is not absence, it is preparation. Feel your own inner winter, where your energy has been pulled back towards the roots, where you've been asked to pause, to listen, to soften. Let your breath slow even more. Allow yourself to arrive fully here. Now in the distance, you notice a river. It moves quietly through this winter landscape, not frozen but flowing. Dark, deep, alive beneath the surface. This is the river of remembrance. It carries every season that you have lived, every step you have taken, and every threshold that you have crossed. Begin to walk slowly towards the river's edge. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Feel the cold air on your skin. When you arrive, kneel beside the water. Notice its depth, its steady movement, its quiet strength. Now gently place your hands into the river. Feel the water moving around your fingers. This river holds rasa, the essence of nourishment, taste of life, the juiciness that flows even in winter. As your hands rest in the water, feel that nourishment begin to travel up your arms, into your shoulders, into your heart, into your belly. Let the river remind you of all that has fed you. Moments of love, connection, beauty, devotion, courage. Even the experiences that were difficult have added depth to the river. Allow rasa to replenish you now, not in a rush, not all at once, just enough. Feel the subtle return of softness, of warmth, of inner moisture and ease. Now bring your awareness to the surface of the river. Notice how it reflects the winter sky above. The river becomes a mirror. Gently gaze into it and allow images to arise, not forced, not searched for. You may see moments from this year, from the season, from the journey so far. Notice what wants to be remembered, what wants to be honoured, what no longer needs to be carried forward. There is no judgment here, only witnessing, only gentle reflection. Let the river receive what you are ready to release. Let it return to you the wisdom that you are ready to keep. Now slowly withdraw your hands from the water. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. And feel the river now flowing within you, quiet, steady, present. Winter has not emptied you, it has refined you. Rasa still flows, reflection still shines. Taking a few soft breaths here. And when you're ready, just beginning to sense the earth beneath you once more. The room around you. Quiet pulse of life moving on and gently when it feels right. And softly open your eyes. Is there anything that you'd like to write down? Anything that's come up for you? And you can do that as well. How's everyone feeling? Are you all okay? We're going to go into just a little bit about the winter solstice. For many of you will already know lots about the winter solstice, I'm sure, but there might be something new and just something new, yeah, just something that you might jump out at you for this time around. And every year is so different because we're changing all the time. And so yeah, we'll go into this and then I want to just have a little look at this shift in the years because this was quite interesting for me today. This 9 year into a 1 year, these years start to, shift. It's really interesting to look at what a 9 year was about. I didn't know at the start of the year, and now I'm looking at it going, oh shit, yeah, come on, that's happened. So the winter solstice, the longest night of the year, invites us into stillness. I don't know what you're doing actually, all of you on winter solstice. It's on Sunday, but I would definitely recommend either a very early morning quietness, dark with the candles lit, or something with some, just maybe a little sit. I think I'd said, I don't know if it was last time or the time before, about having the window open and just connecting with the air, intelligence outside, and that's a really nice thing to do on that morning if you're not outside. So the longest night of the year invites us into stillness, into the fertile dark, into the quiet womb of winter where nothing is demanded and everything is becoming. A sacred moment where we are not asked to push forward, but to listen inward. The earth herself is resting now. Roots grow deeper in the dark. Seeds lie hidden beneath the soil, not rushing, not striving, simply trusting the rhythm of life. And as we sit in this deep winter night, we are also being softly accompanied by the new moon, Sagittarius, the moon of meaning, vision, and truth. Sagittarius carries the energy of the seeker, the storyteller, the wise woman who looks back over the path travelled and forward towards the horizon with clarity and faith. The new one doesn't ask for big goals or loud intention. Instead, she whispers gentle questions. What feels true now? What belief is ready to be released? And what inner flame wants to be tended as the light slowly returns? So tonight, as we go into our reflections, it's not about fixing or even planning anything. It is just absolutely presence. It's just presence. That's all that's required. Next year does feel quite exciting, but it's like, I think I might have said this. I don't know if I said this in the first session, but one of the things that came up during our training was this tejas, this idea of tejas, which is this fire, and it invites us to sit and stay with. So that is really what this time of year is about, is just to sit and stay with it all, just observe it, watch it all playing out, and just be with it in your center. So it's not about on it is about honoring the year that has been, blessing what you have walked through, and allowing the deeper wisdom of your body, heart, and soul to speak. And I don't know about anybody else, but this year has been an initiation year for so many people. And there's not many people that I've spoken to that have not been going through a bit of a pinball machine year this year. If not with health, then with relationships or, work, or so much going on. So through this time, I think the other thing with firewalk, yeah, bloody hell. Tell me, Helen, it is a firewalk. I think that's why I'm going to be a firekeeper next week. I think I'm going to turn into a firekeeper after this year. Um, the other thing with the solstice is it's like a threshold time, and because of this, the shift of these number years as well, it's like it is a threshold. It's stepping into something really new, and the it's like the promise that light is going to come, light is going to come back. And if we go back to before we had our electric bulb, and people were living on the land and maybe didn't have four walls around them, food would be scarce. They'd be hoping to live through the winter, actually. And so when that winter solstice came and the light started to return, it's like a time of hope that something new will come. But menopause, bloody madness here. Yeah, menopause is a initiation, Susie. But I'm very glad that you're coming on yoga training next year, because you will be so held in all of your madness. You can go wild and crazy. It'll be all good. Yeah, it'll be all good. Don't worry. So we're in this threshold, still point in the year. Again, because we're also in this Christmas portal at the same time, it's like where can we still find those pockets of stillness? I know for myself, one thing I did many years ago, I was talking to Sarah earlier, I stopped sending cards a long time ago, and it simplified Christmas so much. Didn't just stop sending them. And so completely simplified it. So, this time of year, again, if we look at, a lot of Christmas is about consumerism and how much we can spend, and, how much debt we get in, and, all of that stuff. But I think that, again, as wild women, our job is to start simplifying Christmas, making it less, 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 less. So making it easier for ourselves. What actually needs to happen. Can we maybe, say to our families, let's just do one present each, or even a Secret Santa kind of vibe. Make the dinners simpler, just simplifying, because really it's not really a time for all of this craziness. It's not good for the nervous system, for sure. Cards or gifts, brilliant. More about festive experiences. Yeah, absolutely. Love that, Natasha. That is lovely. Yeah, really nice. And I actually think that I don't think there's many people I speak to nowadays that say they absolutely love Christmas. A lot of people do, but I just don't know about it all. I think it is like a time to be with family and stuff, and that's a lovely thing. But I think the over consumerism is not great really for us. Um, And I think one of the other things is, I mean, you only need to go to the supermarket, don't you, on a couple of days before Christmas, and see people with 2 and 3 trolleys full of food that will all end up in the bin. I mean, it's nuts, isn't it? It's crazy what we do. So, um, nothing is rushing really this time of year, and nothing is asking to be fixed or improved. So when we come to this still point, it's like a really I think it's quite uncomfortable place to be because for many we're used to be doing something or creating something or you know something's going on. So to be able to actually say, let's be still and actually do nothing. Yeah, that's nice. Nervous system shut. Yeah, it's oh God. Yeah, 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 nice. Yeah. So gonna have a look at for ourselves again, just to really honor the journey. So really traditionally at this time of year, of course, we've got this still point, we've got a reflection time. And I think a lot of what happens for me, I think at this time of year as well, is this idea that, we never know. I've just said that already. We had a death within our group, actually, within our yoga group. Somebody's daughter died during our training, which was massive. And Sarah's just had a similar news about somebody close to her that's just died very suddenly. And of course, this time of year is the time of year. It's the dying time of year. And so, I think it's a nice time of year just also to contemplate our own lives and how we live them and been in that present time and actually really reflect on the things that we're doing and do we need to be doing them all, and is the places where we can say like, well, what is important, what really is important at this time of year. So I'm going to just go into a little bit about a year nine. So a year nine is the end of a cycle. It's the closing chapter before a fresh beginning. Um, so we think about this time now, and I can
We
literally
stand at the
my own
threshold
moment.
of a great
Um,
dawning. Something deep within life is changing.
um, So yeah, I can feel it myself at the moment. So it is a harvest. So for many of us, if we've been living intentionally and moving towards um, these states of becoming, every year you're going to be becoming a different, different version of who you are. We get to this point of harvest. This is also a time of release or composting, which I like the idea of. Um, it's the time of grief as well. So it can be a time of grief. And I do think as we're moving into that Christmas time, again, if we've lost people, these are the times where, that grief can really bubble up to the surface. Um, it's a time of year for forgiveness also, and also soul level integration. So it's a time of completion, and it is like I said, an ending. It can also be a conscious ending, but also unexpected endings. And for many of us, that might have come. Um, you might have already had that already. So invitations to release identities. I'm definitely releasing one of my identities just more recently, and also roles, relationships, habits, or dreams that no longer fit who we are becoming, or like I said last week, unbecoming, actually coming back to who we really are. So it's less about starting new things, but more about finishing, clearing, and resolving. So getting to that point where everything's sort of cleared up. And, I think some of us were saying last time about clearing out, like clearing out old stuff in cupboards and getting rid of stuff that no longer serves who we are now. So it can feel like an emotional year, it can feel tender, it can feel disorientating, um, not because something's wrong, but because something is completing, because it's coming to, to come into this state of completion. So emotional and soul themes, grief and relief often walk hand in hand. So old wounds may resurface, not to punish, but to be healed and forgiven. So you might find, and I've definitely had this, that old patterns, old things that we used to do, or even like old people that we used to know, like way back. You might bump into somebody or hear about someone that you've not heard of for ages. Also, if you track back 9 years, what was happening that, when we were in that last 9 year, which I think was 2015, 16 time, that, what was going on then, and you can track back a little bit and just have a look what was going on then. So a deep call to compassion for yourself and for others. So you may find that your sensitivity is increased, intuition is increased, and empathy is increased. And another thing that came up actually at the weekend was about the third eye chakra. Actually, the third eye chakra is very much about our intuition. So our soul is, we were in actually spirit element at the weekend, and I was talking about the soul and how we get these ideas and that feel like, yeah, I want to do that, and that feels great, and my life's going to be like this. And then the next thing is you get the root chakra hijacks the third eye, going, but you can't afford it, you need to get a job, you can't do that, you need to do this instead. And that is actually the root chakra hijacking the third eye, which actually is quite an open energy center in women, really, but it's been very much closed down. And so, the third eye is the dream weaver. It's the creatrix, the one who, can dream things into being. And yet this root chakra can hijack the third eye so easily. So been aware of that. It's funny, yesterday actually, it happened yesterday, like you could just see it happen in a moment. Somebody wanted to come on and do goddess training the year after, and straight away she went, I can't afford it. It was like a soul went yes, and then a root chakra went, I'm going to hijack that, that's too scary. So funny. So a 9 year is also going to be, and I'm probably feeling this a bit at the moment, a desire to simplify, declutter, and lighten the load. So where do we need to lighten the load? Life patterns often appear. I think probably everybody has experienced it. Somebody, I mean, not everybody all at once, but somebody in the group will have experienced all of these. Endings of relationships, and jobs ending, moving homes, and long-term patterns coming to an end. So feeling less attached to outcomes or ambitions, and a sense of being between worlds, no longer who you are and not yet who you're yet to become. Anyone resonate with that? Yeah, yeah. So it might be a year also that where you feel drawn to service. This has been quite big for me this year. Drawn to service, healing, creativity, or giving back. So a pull towards closure of conversations or unfinished business. And I mean, we haven't got a lot of this year left anyway, but this is me, seriously. What not to force in year 9, big long-term launches or forced beginnings, clinging to what's clearly fading, pushing clarity too soon, and judging yourself below energy or emotional waves. Year 9 asks for trust, not hustle. So does that help everybody? So how to work with a year 9, a bit late now because we're right at the end of it, but we've got a couple of weeks yet. Complete projects rather than start new ones. Release with ritual, writing, fire, water, burial, forgiveness letters. Really good to do. Clear physical and emotional clutter. honour grief, even for things that you're glad are ending as well, because some endings are good as well. Rest more and reflect often, and let yourself be changed. So allowing the metamorphosis to happen, you know, and that takes rest. You know, we know that the caterpillar has to go into the chrysalis. It has to go through a mush phase, grow its wings. And that is really, I think, what this year has been a lot about, I think. So if you allow it, a year 9 frees up enormous life force energy. It brings wisdom from everything that you've lived. It softens your heart, prepares the soil for a clean, potent year 1. And by the end of year 9, you often realise, I'm not who I was, and that's okay. All right, does that resonate with anybody? And also, you know, like, where have we dropped into old pattern? To be safe, because, you know, that's a root chakra hijack thing. So exciting though, this is a year 1. So we're moving into year 1. So after the shedding, and again, if we allow the shedding to happen, we're not clinging on to things the way they used to be, you know, like by the fingernail. I don't want this to change, I'm going to stay. And, you know, there is this idea of being in comfortable hell rather than uncomfortable heaven. So, you know, that can be quite a thing. So after shedding and soul clearing of a year 9, this is the moment the new cycle begins. Energy returns, direction stirs, and identity reshapes. Think of a year 1 as the first inhale after a long exhale. So the essence of a year 1, initiation and becoming. First year of a new 9-year cycle. About a new beginnings, new identity, and new direction. So if you're feeling like you're going to have a tattoo or a hairdo, this is the time to do it. So less about perfection, really, more of that, more about courageous first steps, and a year to claim who you are becoming even before you feel ready. This is a big thing. This is a big thing. So it's raw, tender, and powerful, like a seed breaking open. So this is one of the things I would say in the few years I've been doing more personal development growth stuff, that you have to become it first. Sometimes you've got to be like Bambi on the legs for a bit while you're growing your new identity, that's for sure. So themes often appear: new ideas, visions, or callings. The desire to reinvent yourself. I've got a feeling we're going to get in loads of new hairdos and stuff next year, and tattoos and all sorts. Opportunities that require bravery, increased independence and self-trust, a quiet or loud urge to say, this is my time. Because if not now, then when? You know, if not now, then when? Do you not have the full map yet? Year 1 only asks for the first step, not the whole journey. So we don't need to know everything. So common pitfalls in a year 1: waiting until you feel ready, not actually claiming it now, overthinking instead of acting. Actually, one of the girls had a brilliant t-shirt on at the weekend and it just said overthinking on the front of it. I thought it was brilliant. Comparing your beginning to someone else's middle, trying to rush growth instead of allowing it to root. Your year 1 energy grows through action, not certainty. So it will be challenging. It is still challenging when we don't have those. You know, we don't know whether it's going to work or not. So choose one clear direction, not 10, not everything. So ask, what wants to be born through me now? And let this year be about initiating, not expanding wildly. It's just an initiation year. And coming back to that idea of act before confidence arrives. Confidence is a result, not a requirement. Tiny brave steps build momentum. In your daily mantra for this year one, I begin even imperfectly. I begin even imperfectly. So we anchor the new identity. We act like the women that we are becoming. How does she move through her day? What does she say yes or no to? And what does she prioritize? Embodiment is key. And this, I would say, out of anything that I've learned over the years, is one of the biggest things is to embody it. Even embody it before you are it. You know, you've got to do that. So one of the main things I would say for next year, and I'll definitely be really getting into this, is supporting your nervous system. The new beginnings can feel edgy. Grounding routines, body-based practices help you stay regulated while you're growing. So what all of us are already doing, I'm sure, walking in nature, breath and movement, regular rest, journaling, planting your seeds intentionally. So start things that feel aligned, not just exciting, but that can grow over years. So think about the longer game here, you know, like not having to have it all sorted out, figured out. So the gift of a year one, by the end of a year one, you often feel more like yourself, less apologetic. A lot of us might feel like that already. I think a lot of us are there a bit now anyway. Clear about what matters, rooted in new direction. It's not loud confidence, it's quiet self-trust. Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds like a nice new beginning. Yeah, I think it'll be a nice get into a year one. Certainly. Yeah, it does sound amazing, Susie, doesn't it? Has anyone got anything to share? And anything that feels resonant, or like anything that you want to like just put in the circle? Hi, Chrissy. Anything to share? Any realizations, or like, oh God, that's me? No? All good. I'm all of them things. I can pretty much resonate with nearly all of that. So that was like me. I'm like, oh, bloody hell, that's me. Oh, shit, that was this year. That's definitely this year. Oh, Christ, that's definitely been this year. All right. So nobody's got anything to share now? I've got some, if you might want to use some cards as well for this. But we're going to go into a little bit of journaling. And then I'd like to move into a little bit of yoga for us and a self-reclamation and energy reclamation. Sharon, are you going to say something? No. All right, so if you've got your journals, these are all actually also in your booklet, so you can go back to them and do it again on New Year's Eve, not New Year's Eve, Winter Solstice Eve. I'm not all used to be, but I don't know I'm becoming yet. Lovely, brilliant. You're in the mush, Natasha. You're in the mush. I'm not quite sure yet either myself, to be honest. I've had a bit of a mush year too. So yeah, Susie's in the mush too. Great company. Yeah, we're all going to go through varying levels of mushness, and we'll continue going through various levels of mushness. Yeah, but just think about the butterfly and its beautiful wings. So
I've lost sound, Andrea.
Is that better? Is that working now? Yeah. My mic has gone off for some reason. Playing silly buggers. Yeah, can you hear me now? Is it back? Yeah. Must have turned it off somehow. All right, so first journal prompt. I think, like I say, you can come back to this if you want to later on as well, because some of these prompts you could just use one and it'll you can write for ages. So what has this year asked me to walk through? What has this year asked me to walk through? Another nice thing to do actually with the threshold idea is that you can do like a physical threshold. So you can you could make like a pile of leaves in like a line, you know, something like that, or some petals or whatever, or a stick or anything you want. And you can like physically step over it, so you can leave behind, I think we did this in Ibiza actually, you can leave behind an old version of yourself or something that you want to let go of, and then you kind of physically step over it. It's quite powerful to do that actually as well, and it really, really does work energetically. It's a very good energetic thing to do, to step over a threshold like that. So what inner strength, resilience, or wisdom has quietly grown in me? So what inner strength, resilience, or wisdom has quietly grown in me? Oh no, Annette tonight, Natasha. Is she working?
She's out of town this weekend.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah, she says hello though.
Oh, bless her. Journal prompt I've been using, I thought was really good. What cannot come with me into the next cycle? What has my soul outgrown? Yeah. Even if my mind does not agree. Yeah. Well, those of you that have been in yoga training with me this year will know the mantra is fuck it. Still haven't got any t-shirts done yet, Natasha. The mantra is fuck it. Yeah. Just do it. And the year before. Who said that? Sharon. Chuck it in the fuck it bucket. Like the threshold. I like that, Helen. Thank you for that. Yeah. I love that. All right, so what belief, story, or inner narrative no longer feels aligned with who I am becoming? What belief, story, or inner narrative no longer feels aligned with who I am becoming? We're going to have to use that now, Helen, rather than this one. And then what am I ready to gently lay down at the threshold of this solstice, or chuck in the fucky bucket?
Can you repeat that one?
Yeah. What am I ready to gently lay down at the threshold of this solstice, or chuck in the fucky bucket? An energy tune-up before we finish. Yeah, we're going to actually do some, I'm going to do some yin actually, but yeah, we can probably do that as well. Yeah, energy tune-up. Do a bit of boogie. We need to dance it off a bit, don't we? Yeah. So, beyond roles, expectations, and external noise, what feels true for me now? Not what I think should be true, but what my body and heart know. This comes in the quiet though as well. So these real deeper truths tend to come when we're really still. Often when we actually don't really notice it so much as well, it's like it comes up out of nowhere. It's really strange how that works.
Can you repeat that one, Andrea?
Yep. Yeah, what feels true for me now? Oh, Kat, hello. Didn't see you up there. What feels true for me now? Not what I think should be true, but what my body and heart know. Mm. So after the solstice, just after the solstice, the light begins to return. So as the light begins its slow return, and I love this, and I think this is something that I would definitely put somewhere where you can see it. What quality do I wish to nourish in myself over the coming cycle? So we've got this bit of time now between solstice up to the spring equinox. So, and what I like to do, we'll do, we might do this next week actually, maybe, I'll see. It's really nice to have a word that governs the year, you know, like starting out the new year with a word. I do that every year. So my word this year, I think it was this year, was growth. Like I'm never using that word again. Yeah, I had a big year of growth this year, bloody hell. Be careful what you wish for. So yeah, what quality do I wish to nourish in myself over the coming cycle? And it might not be a goal. In fact, probably, I think looking at year one, it probably doesn't need to be a goal really. Maybe it's just a way of being. It's just a way of being. It might be like trust, courage, devotion, ease, curiosity. I like curiosity, actually. That might be my word for next year. Adventure, balance, and creativity with 2025. Interesting that actually, Susie, because I like that this I can't remember, it was in something I read, and it said the symptom is the cure. The symptom is the cure. The way you're saying you want balance, you've got symptoms that are asking for balance, aren't they? So you're gonna go into trying to balance up. Law of nourishment, I love that. That's lovely. Yeah. Yeah. Does anyone else want to put their words in? Because it's nice to see everybody's words for next year. Trust is a brilliant one. Yeah, lovely. Independence, creativity. Inner peace. Yeah. Nice. Nourishment also, yeah. Nice. Back to self-love. Yeah. And self-respect. I think I put that in last week. Bravery and lightness. Yeah, self-respect. Like that. Some great words. Yeah. Really great words. And again, we can kind of, cultivate these into simplicity, really. Yeah, like literally you can take one word for the year ahead and your whole life can be like completely changed by it. It's, if you really keep coming back to it, it's really amazing thing to do. So if you were to plant a seed now in the fertile soil of winter, or to be nourished, what would it be without any rush, but something that might be planted just to grow in its own time. It's really funny because I was thinking this morning about a sankalpa that I planted many years ago, and this morning I kind of sat with it and I thought, oh my God, I think that sankalpa's coming to fruition now. Because when you plant the sankalpa, it can take a long time before it actually comes. It's like working with mantras. Mantras. It said that some of the mantras that you chant. My teachers used to say it takes 100,000 repetitions before the mantra will crack you'll crack the seed of it, and it'll allow you the kind of nectar that's inside. So yeah, it can take quite a long time. So what does my soul long to explore, remember, or expand into? What does my soul long to explore, remember, or expand into? Hopefully there's a few things to reflect on for the time ahead. And so we're going to go into a little bit of movement, and then we will do an energy tune up. Actually, let's do a little release and energy tune up, and then we'll do a little bit of yoga. And I'd like to do an energy reclamation as well, which we might do at the end. Actually, we'll do that at the end. Okay, so we'll just gently move, not going to do anything majorly major. And you might want to pin me up to the screen for that as well. Can you hear that all right? All right, so I'm going to see, just make sure that you can see me over here. Well, wait a bit. Can you see me and hear me over here? Yeah? No. All right, let's have a look at okay, so let's just come to standing. and just having the feet a little bit wide and hip width apart. Just have a little shake down. Shake everything down. Let the legs shake, let the hips especially, give them a good old shake out. Shoulders a shimmy. And then just wrapping the arms, just let them gently swing around just side to side. So just as if you're just clearing out any old energy. And then just letting the arms release, and then we'll just take the arms up overhead, nice deep breath in, and then sweep and release back. So in breath, sweep and release back. A nice deep breath in. And this is also a really good way to clear energy from the base, from the root chakra, any of that old sticky stagnant energy that can hang around there. Okay, good. And then coming back to center, we'll just start to gently roll the head. Just letting the head roll and release. And then just taking that into the shoulders, just giving them a nice roll and release as well. So again, if we come back to that essence of rasa, get a little bit of juice going on. Just flowing through the shoulders, the spine, getting some nice juiciness there. And then we'll just take that into the hips, the nice big circles into the hips, again with the knees soft. And then maybe we can just take those hips through a figure of 8 with soft knees as well. Again, just getting a bit of juice into the hips as well. Great. And then just again, just giving the legs a nice little shake down. And then we're going to step the feet in. So just bringing the feet into about hip width apart. And if you want to, I quite like to just do this bit with hand on heart, one hand on heart, one hand on belly. You can do that, or you can have the arms by your sides. But just standing up nice and tall in mountain pose, Tadasana. And we're just going to gently rock forward and back. So this is called earth spirals. And then we're going to go side to side. Again, just feeling your feet in connection to the earth. And then we're going to start to circle. The earth spirals. And then just taking that spiral in the opposite direction. And then from here, just give everything a shake. And it's just like you're discharging any old energy down through the feet, down through the legs and into the earth. I'm going to take the right arm overhead, left hand just underneath the navel as we move into what's called lunar bow. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in to stretch up through the spine. Out breath into that lovely side bend, releasing right down through the rib cage. In breath as the arms come circle in front, and then again out breath to open up. So rib cage is said to be the filing cabinet of our lives. We hold a lot of our old stuff, like emotional stuff, but also ancestry stuff as well. Hang around the rib cage, the lower back, the kidneys. Also getting a nice massage here. And so again, just letting the body really gently open here. Good. And then again, giving everything a shake down. So just discharging to the earth and all the energy. And then we're going to come into like a reclamation. So we're going to let the arms float up to shoulder height. We're going to take a nice strong in breath. And then we're going to pull down and in and just draw and pull your energy back in. So in breath as the arms float up, out breath as you pull down and in. So really reclaiming your energy, bringing it all back, your fire in your belly, really igniting. Those of you that are getting hot flushes, just be a little bit wary of this one. It can kick them off a little bit. as you pull back that fire in the belly. Good. And then again, shake it out, discharge down to the earth. And then we move into heart wings with arm rotation. So as the hands, the little finger comes to the front, just feel like the heart lifts to the front on the in-breath. And then as you turn in, the shoulders open at the back. And we're opening the heart chakra here. So you're breathing in as you open, palms up, and then breathing out as you turn, head in. It's called heart wings. So just bringing the arms gently up to shoulder height. And just flowing with the breath. The breath moves in and the breath moves out. And then we're going to take the fingertips onto the shoulders, and this is called unburdening the shoulders. So as you breathe in, you're going to bring the elbows together. If you can, just kiss them together. And then as you breathe out, the elbows come down and release. And it's just like you're dropping the weight of the world off your shoulders. So in breath and out breath, just letting the shoulders release. Just letting go of all of the clinging on, the control, let it all release. And again, just giving the arms and the whole body a good shake down, just discharging any old stagnant energy to the earth. And then we're just going to bring the head, the chin down and the head down to look towards the floor. And then we're just going to take the head back a little, just open up the throat area. So just let that throat chakra, just give it a little bit of space. Again, it's just called orienting. We're going to just take the head then to center and just take your gaze to look to the right, just taking in your room and then around towards the left. This is just really beautiful for the nervous system to regulate, to feel safe. So again, just round to the right. And then around to the left. And then bring the head back to center. We're going to take the gaze down towards the floor, just bringing the head towards the right side, just letting the side to the neck, and that might even feel like it's just releasing down into that shoulder blade as well. And then bring the head back to center, and then the head is going to go gently to the other side. Just feel such a nice stretch, this one, through the neck. And then back to center on the in-breath, and again, gently release on the out-breath. Again, in-breath to center, and then again, release to the out-breath. Beautiful. And then again, just give everything a nice shake down. And then we're going to move into a beautiful spinal twist, which I also like to call the serpent twist. So the arms are going to come circling front. I'm going to turn the feet towards your right. I'm just going to gently twist, just nice and slow, all the way around to the back. Just look into the back. And the in-breath is going to bring you back to center with softness. And then the out-breath again is going to gently twist you all the way to the left. And then again, as you come around this time, as you take your gaze to the back, imagine that you're looking all the way back down that 9-year timeline, all the way back. And you can leave down that timeline anything that is no longer welcome here. And as you come back into present time, you bring back the gifts of that 9-year process. And then again, as you twist, looking back down that 9-year timeline. And then again, with the in-breath, just bringing the gifts of that time here and now, but just letting go of all of the old energy that you don't want to bring with you. Just leave it in the past. It's gone, it's past. So coming back into center, and then one more time to the left. And then coming back into present time. Again, just letting the feet come parallel. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in, take the arms overhead, just really opening to something new. And then as you release, coming all the way down, touching down to earth, just grounding new energy down into earth. And then in breath as the arms come overhead, again, just really opening up to the possibility of something new. And then releasing all the way down. And then again, nice deep breath in as you come all the way up, taking the arms up and just hold the arms open for a moment in the old gypsy way of calling in the spirit. Again, just really opening to something new. Taking a nice deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, we're going to just draw the hands down the center line, just from the crown of the head down. Again, just bringing that beautiful energy down through third eye, down through the throat, down through the heart, down through the solar plexus, sacral, down through the belly, down into the roots of who you are. And then as you turn the palms to the earth, just taking a moment here to really feel your energy grounded. And just taking a few breaths here. If you want to take, you can take one hand heart, one hand belly again. Just coming back to that lovely contained energy within you. And again, just feeling into, if you can, if you might remember that place of Svasta, to be situated in who I am. Lovely. And then we're going to come down onto our mat. We're going to come down onto all fours. Now I'm just going to move this, and I'm hoping I can. So I'm going to come onto all fours, and we are going to be moving into child's pose. So if you have got bolsters, one or two or some pillows, I've got mine set up like this because I quite like it that way. But you might have just one, or you might have some cushions or whatever. But we're just going to go into a nice sassy cat, and then we're going to take that into child's pose. So we just come onto all fours. We're going to bring the knees underneath our hips. And then, can you hear me all right? I've just got to take that mic off. Hopefully you can. So we're going to take the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to tuck the toes under. And then just take your weight back to give your toes a nice stretch. And then just going up onto all fours, going to just gently start to take like a circle. So this is called sassy cat. So we're going to circle your sassy cat. And then just begin to gently let your cat move in a way that feels like rasa. So again, just feeling that lovely flow with the breath and the movement, and maybe taking the spine through like a nice snake-like movement. You might want to round into cat as well, into a cat and cow as well. But just let your spine move in a way that feels really beautiful. And then we're going to come into our child's pose. So however that is for you, you might want to have your knees wide together. Again, you might want to have the bolsters, you might not. So just find your place that's good for you. And then just nestle down until you feel comfortable. So just nestling yourself in. Connecting in with your breath. Just allowing yourself to really rest here. In the old stories, the solstice was the time when the goddess, the wise woman, and the earth herself would retreat into the cave. Not as a loss, but as a sacred return. So as you gently feel into your body, again, just imagine yourself curled up in that little warm, gentle cave. And as you feel into your breath, feeling the expansion through the back body, a softening, and just as if you give yourself permission to stop, to breathe, and to be present for yourself. Feeling the breath as it moves. And a sense of really containing your energy, bringing it into its center. You might even imagine that you are like that seed that you planted. Seed of intention for this next spiral of the year. You've got your head on one side, you might want to just gently change it to the other side now, just to balance up. Again, just allowing gravity to gently do the work. It's nothing that you need to do right now. You can just be still, contained, and soft. Just a gentle contemplation for this last few breaths. What is ready to rest now? What is ready to rest now? And then taking your last 3 breaths there. And it come out really slowly as if you were a seed, just gently popping its head up through the soil. It's very early in its becoming. Then we're going to move back into our sassy cat. Again, just moving in a way that feels good. Releasing the spine and the shoulders and the neck. And then we're going to transition gently into reclining goddess. So again, looking after your own bodies and what your bodies are happy to do. We're going to come onto our back with the feet together and the knees apart. So if you need some blocks or cushions underneath the knees, then have that in place. You might want to just lay flat on your back. I quite like to do like an inclined reclining goddess, but again, you know, just finding that Goldilocks place for you where you know, you just feel comfortable and you can just let everything relax there. If you can, with this posture, just having the arms a little bit away from the body, so there's a little bit of space underneath the armpits for the lymphatic system to do its work as well. Hi, buddy. So you might like to again, just have your knees supported if you feel, or you can just extend your legs away if that doesn't feel happy at all. So reclined goddess or reclined butterfly actually maybe is more apt for tonight, since we're all a bit in our mush states. As we enter into the womb of winter. This is the womb of winter, where nothing looks like anything's happening, yet everything essential is being formed. So actually in this posture, the yin organs are the kidney and also the liver. So again, the liver can be a place where we can hold anger. Kidneys are in Chinese medicine said to be the doorway of life. So these organs also hold fear and terror. So those organs with burnout are definitely an area that need this nourishment. This posture also helps to restore ojas. We're going to talk about ojas a little bit more next week. And in this pose, we're in a place of receiving rather than doing. So when you really connect into the breath, and especially the in-breath, just feel your body receive it. You don't have to do anything. Your body is just breathing automatically. So just feel as if your body is just receiving nourishment with every breath. Again, just coming back to the breath. Just feel the gentleness of the breath as it moves softly in and out. So just taking your last 3 breaths there. And we're going to just gently release the legs. You can bring the knees in towards the chest. I'm going to move my bolsters off a bit there. So you might want to, if you've got bolsters under, you might need to just move them off. And I'm going to bring the knees in and just gently rocking cradle, just gently side to side, just massaging that kidney area. Again, in Chinese medicine, the kidneys, this is the time of the year of the kidney energy. So just giving it a nice massage into the ground. And then we're going to go into a moving posture now, which is great for balance. Balance, Susie. Going to balance you out this one. So we're going to take the arms wide and then bring the feet to the width of the mat with the knees bent. And then just going to let your knees rock across to the left as you look across to the right and breathe out there. And then breathe in as the head comes back to center and the knees come back to center. And then breathe out as the knees go to the right and the head then goes to the left. So we're going to create like a moving meditation here. So in breath, the knees come center, head comes center. And then out breath, the knees go left, the head goes right. Now just continue that movement with your breath and your movement, and just feel the belly with this movement. So just beginning a gentle movement that is kind of churning in a way. That's the kind of idea. So this is the composting of the year. So winter is not a clean slate, it is compost. What has been lived is not discarded, but broken down into wisdom. So every exhale to release old stories, old roles and old efforts. So as you do this movement with each in-breath, just bringing in that lovely fresh energy, and then the out-breath, letting go of any old stagnant stuff that we're no longer wanting to carry. And the reflection for this posture: what am I ready to release into the earth? They might like to hang out in one side for a bit, maybe just in that twist for a few breaths, maybe with the head to the left, the knees to the right, and just let your body breathe in that place. So just opening up again the rib cage, and like I said before with the lunar bows, the rib cage is said to be the filing cabinet of our lives. Just allowing that rib cage to gently open and release. And then when you've taken a few breaths there, you can let the knees come across to the opposite side, the head, maybe knees to the right, head to the left. Again, just hold there for a few breaths. Just let your body open gently and slowly. Now bring the knees back to center again, just hugging the knees in and just taking that gentle cradle side to side, just feeling the earth, just gently massaging the kidney area. Again, just tuning into your breath and again how it feels to slow down. Is it easy? Is it not so easy? And then we're going to gently, you might want to come onto one side, but we're going to come up to sitting. And our last posture is going to be the caterpillar. So we're coming up to sitting, legs extended. If you've got a bolster, you might want to use it here. It's quite nice to have it here. And then you can just lean into it. So you can just take the forehead on. Or the other quite nice way is to have it across the thighs and then again just lean in. So that might be a nice way too. So just see what works best for you. But we're going to just come down and in. Letting the head relax. And this particular posture is not so much having the spine like flat. It is more of a rounding. So just letting the body round over.
Something deep within life is changing. An era is ending.
Again, if you might have the knees bent a little bit, if you do have any lower sciatic or disc issues, just been really aware with this one. The knees want to be bent and you need that bit of extra support. So the caterpillar or also can be a bit similar to the seated forward bend. It's called the bow to the dark. This is the bow to what has been, to what has shaped you, to what you no longer need to understand. So this posture encourages surrender rather than stretch. So again, our spine is rounding, turning inward in a quiet humility. So as we hold this lovely, quiet, again, beautiful posture for the nervous system, with the breath and the eyes closed, really encourages this pratyahara, this turning inward, looking inward for our answers, eyes in. There is nobody outside of you who can tell you who you are. So we take our eyes in always to trust the wisdom of our heart. Again, just tuning into that gentle breath. And this posture also cultivates trust. So Natasha, this one is for you. To cultivate that inner trust. Again, just feeling the breath, and maybe even you might like to bring your awareness to the back of the body. And maybe just imagine the spine as you breathe, just this last few breaths like a waterfall. As that water just flows down from the crown of the head, down through the back of the neck, and down through the spine and back into the earth beneath. Just gently clearing and cleansing the whole of the spine, the whole of the energy system, cleared, cleansed, any old stagnant energy discharged into the earth beneath. As you begin to gently take your last 3 breaths there, spark is born. Quietly, without fanfare, the light returns, not as a blaze, but as a spark, a promise. Hope without pressure, light held in a dark, soft awakening. As we gently unfurl, and we're going to come straight back into a beautiful resting pose, Shavasana. And again, if you want to have something underneath your knees to support your lower back, maybe just a nice warm blanket over you. And just allowing your body to process all of the energy that we've awoken today. Again, just being aware of your breath and that place of stillness within. And as you gently close your eyes and feel yourself held by the earth beneath. Maybe you can imagine yourself standing in the deepest night. The world is quiet and the earth is resting. Beneath the frozen soil, seeds are dreaming. And somewhere deep within you, a small flame flickers. Not asking you to ask, only to remember. You do not need to rush towards the light. The light knows how to return. May you trust the wisdom of winter. May rest be enough. May the quiet nourish you. And may the returning light rise gently in its own perfect time. If you are still awake, you can just bring your hands either onto your belly, or maybe one hand on belly, one hand on heart. I'm just going to guide you into an energy reclamation ritual. We call our power home from the past year. Tonight we reclaim what was never meant to be lost. Over this past year, our energy has travelled far into conversations, relationships, responsibilities, expectations, moments of worry, moments of love, moments of survival. Some of that energy was given willingly, some was taken unconsciously. Some was spent simply getting through. This ritual is not about blame or regret. It is about remembering yourself. Begin to imagine your energy, not as something inside of you, but as light, warmth, or sensation that belongs naturally in your body. With each in-breath, invite your energy home. You might like to silently say, or just allow the words to land. I call my energy back from the year that has passed. Just feel it returning from moments when you overgave, situations where you stayed quiet, places where you stretched yourself too thin, versions of yourself that were just doing their best. There is no force here, only invitation. Energy returns willingly when it knows it is welcome. Feeling your body receive, notice any warmth, weight, softening or emotion. Like the earth at winter solstice. You are not reaching outward now, you are gathering inward. Let your shoulders soften, let your jaw unclench, and let the belly be held. I am allowed to come home to myself. Imagine this reclaimed energy settling where it is most needed. Perhaps at the belly, perhaps around the heart, perhaps at the back of the body where support lives. See it gently rooting like seeds resting in winter soil. Nothing more is required. As we complete this ritual, may you have what you have reclaimed tonight remain with you. May your energy no longer leak into the past, but rest safely within you. May the year ahead meet you with clear boundaries, truer choices, and deeper self-trust. And may you move forward, not carrying the weight of what has been, but held by the wholeness of who you are now. Beginning to gently deepen your breath. And maybe stretching in a way that feels good. You're rocking side to side or just moving in a way that feels really beautiful and intuitive and nourishing for you. Very slowly and gently, ourselves back into our circle, and if you've got some oil or anything that you might want to work with, you can just bring that between the hands or just rub your palms together, whatever feels best. Create a little bit of heat in your hands. You're just going to gently cup the palms over your eyes. Just let your eyes rest into the warmth of your hands. Maybe just giving your face a nice massage, and maybe your neck, your shoulders, and just whatever feels good for you, whatever you need. And then just finish by going into an energy balance. So just going to bring one hand, right hand maybe onto your heart, left hand onto your lower belly, and just take a moment again just to close your eyes and just let your energy settle into this new energy. As we come to the close of our time together, feel your breath, feel your presence, and feel yourself here. May you leave our circle carrying only what truly belongs to you. May what is no longer needed be gently returned to the earth to be composted, transformed, and reborn in its own time. May the darkness of this season be kind to you. May it offer rest instead of pressure, quiet instead of demand, and spaciousness instead of striving. As the winter solstice approaches, may you trust the wisdom of the longest night, that even in stillness something sacred is turning. That even in rest, life is remembering itself. And as the new moon draws near, may you allow the future to remain unwritten for now. No forcing, no rushing, only soft listening. May you walk from this space rooted and resourced. Allowing a beautiful inner smile to rise from your beautiful heart to your beautiful eyes, back into our beautiful circle. Namaste, gorgeous ladies. I hope you all sleep beautifully well. Are you all okay? Is everybody back in the room? You're all feeling grounded, hopefully. Beautiful. So have a lovely week in reflection. See what might pop up for you. And then next week, I think we're going to go into a little bit about Ojas. I will be a foxy. Or I'll be an absolute nervous breakdown. Let's see what happens. I feel the most calm I've been in days. Oh, that was beautiful. Gorgeous. We'll continue carrying the calmness with you, and I'll see you all next Monday, next moon day. Have a beautiful week. Love you. See you soon. Bye.